Thank you, Yasser. Here we have a very theoretical draw between Levon Aronian with black and Fabiano Caruana. Tell us, how deep did you know all of this?
Yeah, I've lost one time like this against Fabiano in a rapid game, and
28-2
yeah,
Grand Chess Tour,
and
right?
then I kind of said, okay, I have to study this line well. And well, it's a very funny line actually. You know, I mean, there is this. I will show some cheapo for Yasser. You know, if you go back, instead of king to c2.
Yes, king b2 instead?
Yeah, king b2 is the move. And then there is rook f d8. So rook h d1. I think it's e4. And let's say white goes rook takes d8. Rook takes d8. Rook takes d8. Bishop d8, and let's say c4. I mean, it's probably with king b3 first. But anyway, black has this idea f5. And king b3, there is this nice move, bishop h4.
Wow.
g3 f4, yeah?
Yes. This is for you, my dear Yasser.
That's gorgeous.
And so bishop c1, e3, and black is fine.
And it's just fine.
Maybe even better.
Even better, right?
Probably better, yeah.
Yeah.
But
wow, what a line.
yeah, you have the subtleties. I mean, you have to know them. And king c2, of course, is the most principled move, and it forces black to, you know, pay attention. But I knew that it's a bit passive, but you know, I have my play.
We had Jan Nepomniachtchi on the show since they finished so early. He mentioned that this move a5, he also knew that it was also important. When did you discover this move a5?
When I pressed the space bar.
Love it.
Correct answer.
He played this move after rook d8 check. It seemed that rook d8 somehow rattled him.
I
And
think king d3 is not the move. I think a5 is the move.
a5 right away.
Yeah, and black has to, you know, pay a little bit attention. I think first you need to play f6, king f7. Then it's a draw. I mean, black has enough counterplay. White is not in time to push. But after king d3, I started getting some hopes, because I thought, well, my rook gets active, you never know. Because, yeah, well, he has to probably play king c2.
Were you surprised he played king c2? We thought king e4 here in the studio.
But what after rook e8?
You go back.
But rook e6 is, you know, you get nervous about this type of thing.
I think at this point he was already nervous after king d3.
Yeah. Because you don't know. I mean, if you take and c5, probably there is enough activity for white. But it's a pawn after all.
It is. So in the game he went back, and you didn't repeat. You thought, maybe I can start pressing.
Yeah, I knew that there is nothing for black. But I just thought, you know, just to keep some pressure in the game, you know, it's a chance. And after h4, well, the only thing I calculated, I mean, after this rook d4 stuff, that somehow a5, h4, king b3, I'm faster than him. Rook d3, king a4, rook g3, takes, and rook g2, rook a8, king h7, a6, and bishop g1. And somehow I'm faster, because c5, I have a2. Sorry, maybe h3, or rook a2, yeah. And then king b3, h3, yeah.
h3, and you are promoting your pawn, yes. Yeah, you're promoting your pawn.
Maybe it's or h3 first. Somehow it was all working for me, yeah.
h3 and immediately, and then rook a2.
Yeah.
Wow, a lot to consider.
Yeah, because rook h8 is impossible. I take a7 and then I take on a3. It's like checkers. And I collect all the pawns.
Show me again.
Like if white goes rook h8.
Rook h8 here?
I know.
Yeah.
Right away?
Yeah.
Takes.
It's like checkers, yeah?
Yes. I see it. Rook bishop a3, covering the a file, takes, but bishop takes c5. And you collect everything.
Yeah.
Very nice. So it did seem like it got a little dangerous for him, but always
yeah, but rook a6 was a good move. And what I realized is that if I take, well, I have to take on c4, because now rook g4, there is, I mean, he's faster, I think. Now he doesn't need to, well, he doesn't need to put the king in awkward position.
Right.
On a4.
We were trying to calculate this, we
check
couldn't figure it out,
anymore.
yeah. So how does this go?
I thought he would give a check. King h7 and a6.
Takes.
And takes, king b3,
Bishop g1.
bishop g1.
Strong with a7. Take
Yeah,
three.
a7 he can do, yeah.
You have to take it, right? I don't think rook g3 helps you.
I don't think here it does. And then, well, he's in time with bishop d6.
Right.
Mm.
h3, bishop
that makes
d6. Even
Just not playing c5 at all.
even rook a1 maybe, no?
Yeah, also. Yeah. This can get tricky.
This can get tricky because he still has a pawn.
Yeah, and then after I take king b3, the issue is I cannot go rook c8 because he has bishop e1.
Ah, that's annoying. And this pawn is...
And if I commit with g5, then, you know, after bishop c3 or bishop d2, I mean, the pawns just get too loose.
Right.
And the rook is too active. And if I go rook g4 instead of rook c1, I think the issue here is rook c6.
Yes.
And after I take, he can go a6, bishop g1, bishop c5. And I think it's a draw.
It's a draw, but you're not pushing for a win on this one.
No.
No. All right. So you went for rook c1. He played bishop c3, and it seemed that king h7, rook a7 was finally...
Yeah. Yeah, now it seemed he gets enough counterplay because my rook is cut.
Right. Well, fascinating theoretical duel for you. It seemed like you were just one move better prepared than Fabi. Is that your feeling?
No, I think he knew that the position is drawn. I think his king d3 was just a bit careless, and then he had to, you know, pay attention not to get in trouble.
Well, but he paid just about enough attention, and a draw, a logical result. Seems like that's going to be the name of the game today. Four very logical but good draws.
Yeah. I mean, it's an extremely exciting day.
We have some more decisive than others. Well, thank you, Levon, for joining us here in the studio. 2 more games to go.
Thank you, Levon. Thank you for the cheapo. That was very nice.
That was a very